So this is the Fantastic Batman, the latest one, which is really great. Robert Pattinson's the new Batman, or emo Batman as they call him, as his nickname. Um, Robert Pattinson, obviously of Twilight fame, he was in Harry Potter as well, and been in other movies, but he's now the new choice for Batman. Slightly brooding, slight different take, but as a long-standing fan of the comics, I think this is pretty cool. It goes back to the old style of detective. It used to be called Detective Comics. DC's actually stands for Detective Comics. Because in the old days, they used to make them almost like a Batman was a detective, and he used to kind of work out riddles and solve puzzles and stuff like that. So it's appropriate that they've made it this style with sort of. I love the cinematography. It's very dark. They don't use light very much, and when they do, it's very stylized. I really like it, and it's a bit more edgier, a bit more grittier. It's more like a sort of film noir. I like the vibe, and yeah, I think it's great. And Rob Pattinson does a decent Batman. Broody kind of character. Um, directed really well. It's a bit long, but it's kind of decent. It's more of a slow burn film. I like it. It's got the famous actor who was in Westworld. He plays Commissioner Gordon, so it's slightly different take. You've got a black actor playing Commissioner Gordon, but fantastic sort of legendary actor, so he's fine. It's not really a problem for me who plays Gordon. He kind of handles it really well. Although there'll be the purists who complain, as they do. And then you've also got Patterson. Obviously, he's not the standard superhero character, but again, I'm not complaining. He's a good actor, kind of plays it well. And then you've also got Selina Kyle, Catwoman, who's kind of, well, she's only known as Selina Kyle in this one, and yeah, she plays a decent. And you got John Turturro, is it, who plays one of the villains, and then you got the Penguin, who looks like Robert De Niro, but actually is a very heavily made up in makeup. Um, Colin Farrell, ironically, you wouldn't recognize him, but he plays an outstanding Penguin character. And you got various other actors in it as well, and I would say, all in all, really, really well done. My friend's actually in it as well. She plays one of the minor characters at the beginning of the film, and yeah, I'm quite impressed that she's there. She was also had a role in Silo, the sci-fi series on Apple TV with Rebecca Ferguson of Mission Impossible fame. So she was in that as well as a kind of side part. But I'm really impressed that she was in both things, and hope she does really well as she progresses her career. So Angela, if you're watching, yeah, well, congrats, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in your next role. But yeah, the Batman was really cool. Huge fan of Batman. Huge fan of anything comic book related. Given I grew up in these kind of worlds, I used to draw some comics as well when I was little. But who didn't want to be sort of in comics, as a kid? But yeah, really really impressed by it, and highly recommend watching it. I downloaded this. I purchased it on Apple TV. I don't know where it's showing at the moment, but I'll put a link to the DVD or the Blu-ray below. You can go and check it out. If you like Batman, I think you will like this. I think it's completely different from the more, kind of the more sort of quirky versions that Tim Burton did, or the style of Chris Nolan, which is more like he does more action kind of things, thriller things, and whereas this one is more it's more of a proper detective film noir kind of vibe, which I like. I really like how different directors give their different takes on Batman, and I'm sure it'll carry on forever. They're going to use the IP like they do with Superman. They keep kind of reinventing it, and Spider-Man, they keep reinventing the world, don't they? But I think it's decent, and go and check it out. Worth a watch. I'll chuck some interesting facts below as usual. The channel's doing really well. In fact, 90% of my views have come from the last 6 days. So let's see if we can continue that and keep it going. It's probably the YouTube gods favouring me, for a change. First time in my life after 7 channels. I'm doing these kind of really basic videos on my iPhone and I'm getting lots of views. Typical, right? But you know what, I enjoy it. I've been running the Indie Filmmaker Network for like a long time now in real life, so it's kind of nice that we can start posting online stuff. And I realized in the lockdown, I only realized recently this again, second realization, that you know, filmmakers are important, but film fans are also important, and talking about films is important too. So I think doing these kind of film chats, trying to bring communities together around the world around certain films and having discussions hopefully in the comments as these videos grow is what my plan is. You know, making mini kind of community conversations over, you know, over topics and films and equipment, and hopefully then we can extend it as we make indie films. We can extend it to our own community's films, yeah, as well. So, and then we can do podcasts and we can change the whole world of film, because at the moment people are struggling in the film industry, and I think, you know, art is suffering but as always, art will always find a way through, right? As it always has for thousands of years. You know, the struggling artists, they've always found a way to get through somehow. Just as I found a way through YouTube by getting my old iPhone out and pointing it at the screen, right? Anyway, thank you so much for supporting us. We're slowly growing organically, but I prefer that compared to fake growth. So thank you for watching, and I think we've got like 30 odd subscribers now, which is pretty cool. Considering my community globally is probably about 4,000 people, I'm a bit annoyed, but not surprised, because I haven't really told any of the community that I'm doing this kind of YouTube channel. So I just want to build this piece, and the current phase of this channel is talking about films, right? So let's keep it going, and thank you for watching, and I'll like and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.